So this week we are starting the NFL playoffs, and right here I'm showing you the standings from around the league, so maybe you can see your favorite team standings and see how everyone else fared in this NFL season. And yeah, and as you can see, the Giants went 1-15, so they will have the #1 draft pick. They got their only win like week 13. I thought they were going to go 0-16, but they obviously didn't. And there the Steelers are going to be the #1 seed in the AFC with an 11-5 record. So the NFC is fairly strong this year with the #1 seed being 14-2 and the #2 seed being 14-2. So we have to see how these playoffs go as the Jets finish last in the AFC. And now we head over. There are this week's wildcard game: Ravens at Patriots, Lions at Seahawks, Colts at Broncos, and the Redskins at the Bucks. And this week's winners are, and moving on in the playoffs, I don't know, there it is. Baltimore beats New England, Detroit beats Seattle, Denver beats Indianapolis, and Tampa Bay takes down the 11-5 Redskins. So the divisional matchups are going to be, as soon as it decides to show, I have to go to it first, I guess. Ravens at Steelers, Lions at Eagles, Broncos at Jaguars, and the Buccaneers at the Packers. So this should be pretty interesting on who we get to face, but let's go ahead and get this game started. Today we are at Lincoln Financial Field to start the NFL playoffs. Last week Detroit beat Seattle, so now the Detroit Lions are coming into Philadelphia to try to upset the #1 seeded Eagles, and we will see how they fare today. The NFL playoffs have already started off pretty strong, and if we win today, we obviously move on to the conference championship. And I would say the favorite to be in that game is the Green Bay Packers, who are also standing at 14-2. But even if we don't face the Packers, then we will end up facing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who we have played in the conference championship before, and they beat us. But this NFL playoff run, if the Eagles can make it to the Super Bowl, that'd be their first Super Bowl in 10 years, as this is leading up to Super Bowl 49. So the last Super Bowl the Eagles were in were Super Bowl 39, so we will see if they can move on into the playoffs and keep their Super Bowl 49 hopes alive, led by Matt Barkley, who is coming back for the first time in a couple weeks. Still no LaShawn McCoy on today, but we do get our starting quarterback back in the backfield, so we should be fairly strong on offense for right now, and we have to see how it goes for today, as the Philadelphia Eagles are just about ready to start this game. The Lions, led by Matthew Stafford and Calvin Johnson, out on offense, and I don't really know who is on their defense. I don't think they have any big names on their D, so I guess they're going to have to come up big on offense if they want to be able to beat us, as we are the #1 ranked offense in the NFL, and we let up the most yards in the NFL on defense. But anyway, we'll go ahead and get into this now. 1st and 10 for the Lions. Shotgun from Matthew Stafford, first play of the game. Matt Stafford fires, and it is caught by Davis, who is then dragged down out across the 50-yard line. And in first play of the game, he is injured, and that looks like a serious injury. 1st and 10 now, next play. Stafford finds Alexander, who gets a nice 10-yard gain on that one. 2nd and inches for the Lions now. Matt Stafford from under center. Matt Stafford fires and finds Calvin Johnson, who is then brought down. Johnson led the NFL in receiving yards, I believe, this year, which is pretty big. Stafford now drops back. He fires, and Matthew Stafford gets the pass completed. And then that's Alexander's second catch. He has 24 yards already on the day. Stafford now from shotgun, 2nd and goal. Stafford goes to the end zone. He had Nate Burleson, but Burleson could not hold on to the ball. So that would be 3rd and goal now for the Detroit Lions. Stafford in shotgun again. Fires to the end zone. He's got a man open, and this time Alexander cannot hold on to the ball. So 2 drop touchdown passes in a row, as the Lions will not come out to attempt a field goal. If they want to win this game, they cannot drop touchdown passes, especially not 2 in a row. That's just too big of a mistake for them, especially to be in this here late in the season. And now the Eagles' first play. Matt Barkley fires and finds Deshaun Jackson over the middle. Deshaun is down to the 49-yard line. That's a good return play for Matt Barkley. 2nd and 10. Barkley now. Handoff Darius Raynaud, who is then stuffed in the backfield. 3rd and 13 now for the Eagles, as Louis Delmas on the tackle. Matt Barkley in shotgun. Takes the snap, and Barkley sitting back, fires, and it is almost intercepted. That pass was intended for Deshaun. So they punt the ball back to Detroit, and now Detroit comes out. Stafford under center. He fires deep for Calvin, and Calvin makes the catch, and then he's brought down by Brandon Boykin. 2 receptions, 45 yards for Calvin Johnson. Stafford, next play, under center. Fires, finds Faria, I'm not really sure. James Faria, I'm not sure. But anyway, it's a tight end. And now he hands off to LaShore, and LaShore would get the first down from 2nd and 2. 3 rushes, 14 yards for LaShore, as Detroit would now come out on 3rd and 3. And now Stafford in shotgun, looking. He's rolling out to his right. Stafford going to try to run it, but he is brought down on the play, sacked by Curry. So that's 4th and 4 now for the Lions, as they would bring out their field goal unit again. This time for a little bit longer of a field goal. Bethel Thompson with the hold. The kick is up and good. 6-0 Detroit over Philadelphia. And now Matt Stafford from shotgun. Stafford drops back. Stafford fires and finds Austin Safarian Jenkins, who's open. He's out across to the 49-yard line. 16-yard gain on that play. Matt Barkley from shotgun now a couple plays later. 2nd and 10. Barkley drops back, fires, and he finds Riley Cooper, who is into Detroit territory, and he is brought down at the 32-yard line of the Detroit Lions. And Matthew Stafford now, or not Stafford, Matt Barkley hands off to Darius Raynaud. Raynaud's got the first, breaks a tackle, and then is brought down at the 20-yard line. 3 rushes, 14 yards for Darius Raynaud on the day. Matt Barkley now from under center. He drops back. Matt Barkley fires, and it's caught by Ted Ginn, who has the first down. 1st and goal for the Philadelphia Eagles. Barkley under center. He drops back. He's looking for a man. He fires on that. Was 3rd and goal, and it was nearly picked off. So now the Eagles would settle for a field goal, as Dan Carpenter would come out, and the short kick is good. 6-3, Detroit over Philadelphia right now. Detroit's trying to pull off a pretty big upset over Philly right now. We'll see if they can do it. Stafford fires and finds Alexander, who has the first down. 3 receptions, 34 yards for Alexander. We have to slow him down pretty soon. Stafford now under center, drops back, fires, finds Williams, who was then brought down at the 47-yard line. Matt Stafford's celebrating for a 6-yard gain. Stafford now in shotgun. He is hit as he throws, but he finds his tight end, who was then brought down. 3 receptions, 27 yards for Faria. I'm going to almost stop saying his name. I'm going to settle on Faria, as he finds Williams, and Williams is then dragged down. 2 receptions, 12 yards by Williams. And Stafford has completed 7 passes in a row. Now it's 1st and 10. Stafford drops back. He's got a man open, but he overthrows Calvin Johnson. That would have been an easy touchdown for Calvin and a 10-point lead for the Lions. But now he has to hand off to LaShore on 3rd and 3, and he is hit in the backfield by Pua. So now it's 4th and 3, and we will see if the Detroit kicker can make this field goal. So 3 drives, 3 field goal attempts, and now 3 drives, 3 field goals made. 9-3. It's a battle of the field goal units right now between Philadelphia and Detroit, as Matt Barkley would hand off to Darius Raynaud. Raynaud to the outside, and Raynaud gets a nice 8-yard gain. 5 rushes, 24 yards for Darius Raynaud now on the day. Matt Barkley from shotgun on 2nd and 2. Barkley handoff to Darius Raynaud. Raynaud up the middle, and he is brought down. 6 rushes, 31 yards for Raynaud, who has been a very nice replacement from LaShawn McCoy being injured. Now Barkley fires, and it's picked off by Chris Houston, who is then brought down. But that is a huge play for Detroit, as now they have a chance to take a tremendous lead, a 13-point lead exactly, over the Philadelphia Eagles, as he hands off to LaShore on 2nd and 2, and LaShore takes it inside the 10-yard line. 8 rushes, 50 yards for LaShore, as the Detroit Lions will come out now about the 5-yard line on 3rd and goal. Stafford sends a man in motion, drops back. He's got a man open, and it's Faria. I'm not positive still, but it's a touchdown for the Lions, and he does a layup instead of dunking it. He knows that's a fine now. 16-3. The Eagles are down by 13 points. Barkley fires and finds Brad Smith. Smith takes it into Detroit territory and then is brought down at the 40. 24-yard gain on that play. Barkley now from shotgun, dropping back. Matt Barkley fires and finds Deshaun Jackson, who's out across the first down and inside the 30-yard line of Detroit. Barkley now from shotgun on 2nd and 18 after a huge sack. He fires, and it's almost picked. So that'd be 3rd and 18 for the Eagles, as now they come out on 3rd and 18. Barkley drops back. He's looking. He's firing for Austin Safarian Jenkins, and it's almost picked off. the Eagles would go for it. Under 2 minutes to go, down by 13. Barkley drops back, fires, and finds Riley Cooper, who is able to hold on to the ball inside the 15-yard line of Philadelphia, or of Detroit now, as Matt Barkley drops back, fires, and finds Cooper again on 2nd and 2. And that is a touchdown, Philadelphia, to pull them a little bit closer in this game. So that was pretty big for Philadelphia. Now let's see if their defense can hold Detroit off for the last 58 seconds. Stafford dropping back, firing deep, and he's got Ross, who is leveled by Ty Zimmerman, but he's into Philadelphia territory now as they are trying to fight to get into field goal range. Stafford dropping back, throws, and it's caught by Foria, and he is brought down inside the 40-yard or 35-yard line. I cannot speak. And Stafford now from shotgun, about 45 seconds to go. He is sacked back at the 40-yard line. 2nd and 18 for the Detroit Lions now, as they're going to run the no-huddle offense. And I don't know how smart of a decision this is, but apparently they think it's a good decision. Stafford dropping back. He's hit as he's throwing, and incomplete. 3rd and 18 for the Detroit Lions. And from shotgun, Stafford hands off to Calvin Johnson, who was in the backfield. He is hit hard, fumbles, and D'Amico Ryans with the recovery. There is a flag. It was a face mask on Calvin Johnson. So the Eagles get the ball at the 36. Under 30 seconds to go as Barkley drops back, fires deep, and it's caught by Brad Smith, who is then brought down at the 36. The Eagles would then immediately call a timeout and bring on Dan Carpenter to see if he can make a 56 or so yard field goal. The kick is up, and the kick is no good, just short. So the Eagles go into halftime up or down 16-10, and we're losing in every category. That is not good right now, especially for the #1 seed in the playoffs. Second play of the next half, Barkley rolling out to his right. Barkley fires, and he's hit as he's throwing, and that would bring up 3rd down and 10 for the Philadelphia Eagles as Matt Barkley comes out in shotgun on 3rd and 10. He drops back. Barkley fires and finds Dexter McCluster, who has been very reliable here these last few games, and he is really stepping up after being injured early on in the year. And there you see the stats on the day as Matt Stafford is playing very well. And now Matt Barkley from under center, or from shotgun. I can't speak again. And he overthrows his target on 3rd and 5. He overthrew him by a mile. Now 4th and 5. Barkley going for it again. He fires and finds Dexter McCluster. Like I said, he's been very reliable. And he is down to the 21-yard line. 2 catches, 50 yards for Dexter McCluster. And Philadelphia Eagles now at the 21, dropping back. He fires and finds Ted Ginn, who's out across the 1st down line. There's our red zone stats on the day. They are decent at best, especially because of that 1 field goal. Now Barkley dropping back, and he's going to hand off Darius Raynaud. It was a draw play, and he gets it to 1st and goal for the Philadelphia Eagles. Now 3rd and goal for the Eagles. Barkley looking for the lead, first time in the game. He fires and finds Deshaun Jackson for the first touchdown, or for his first passing touchdown, I believe. I think. I'm not positive. Now that I said that, that seems stupid. No, it's not, because he hit that first touchdown pass to Cooper. But now it's for the Eagles' first lead of the day, as now the Lions will come back out, and he finds Calvin Johnson, who has 4 catches for 68 yards on the day. And the Lions are trying to fight to get back into the lead as he finds Foria, who has now caught a total of 7 passes for 65 yards on the day. Matt Stafford sends Calvin in motion, drops back. He fires and finds LaShore, who is then stiff arms Kerry Williams, then forced down. I thought Williams was going to bring him down in the backfield. And now Stafford from shotgun. He's dropping back. Matt Stafford fires, and he is then brought down. But it's James Foria again. 8 receptions, 80 yards on the day. Stafford now hands off to Riddick, and Riddick is inside the 5, down to the 2-yard line. That was a 9-yard gain there. Matt Stafford now comes back out on 2nd and goal. He hands off to LaShore, and LaShore is hit, and he cannot get into the end zone. Down at the 1, brought down by Ty Zimmerman. And they are 1 for 4 on 3rd downs. He pitches back, and he is tackled, but he is tackled across the goal line. So now Detroit has the lead right back in their possession, or right back in their favor. So now they're going to go for 2 to see if they can make it a 7-point game. Stafford drops back, fires, and it's almost picked off. So it is no good by Detroit. 22-17. Now for the kickoff. He kicks it to Dexter McCluster. McCluster at the 5. He's going to take it. Out across the 20, 25-30, 35-40, 45, and he is brought down at about the 50-yard line. The Eagles start on the 49-yard line, 2nd and 10. He drops back. Barkley fires, and he finds Dexter McCluster. McCluster coming up big today so far. 3 receptions, 61 yards, and that huge kick return. As Matt Barkley drops back, Barkley fires, and he finds Ted Ginn, who's out across the 20-yard line and down to the 14. 3 receptions, 47 yards for Ted Ginn on the day. And we are nearing the end of the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10. Eagles are still losing. Handoff Darius Raynaud. Raynaud's got the first inside the 5-yard line, brought down at the 2. As the Eagles now come out. And it is now the 4th quarter, I'm pretty sure. 2 for 6. Yes, it is. 2 for 6 on 3rd down. It's a read option. Barkley walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 23-22 right now. And I believe the Eagles would come out and go for 2. And yes, they do. So now to make it a 3-point game, Barkley drops back, fires, and finds Brad Smith in the end zone. It's kind of a high-thrown ball, but Smith came down with it. 25-22. And about 12 minutes to go, the Lions have plenty of time to still win this game. As on that huge play, it turns it into 3rd and inches. 5 receptions, 86 yards for Calvin. 2nd and 13 now. Barkley fires deep, and he's got Calvin Johnson, who's open. 6 receptions, 107 yards on the day for Calvin Johnson. And Stafford has been throwing the ball all over this defense all day as he finds Foria, and Foria will get it out across the 1st down marker. 9 receptions, 95 yards for James Foria. I'm still not positive. I probably should have looked at it before I did this commentary, but oh well. Now LaShore is brought down by Pua, who was slowed down. Najee Good was able to slow him down. I cannot speak today, apparently. And the kick is up, and the kick is good to tie the game. 7.5 minutes to go. They ate about 5 minutes of the clock, which is very crucial for them right now. So 25-25, and now they're going to kick off again. This time it's Dexter McCluster back. He's probably kneeled this, but he's going to run it out. Dexter McCluster out across the 10, 25. And he is out across the 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, and brought down inside Detroit territory down to the 36. That is obviously not too good right now for the Detroit Lions. And Barkley going deep, first play of the drive, and it is nearly picked off. He went for Deshaun in the end zone to try to catch Detroit off guard, and obviously he wasn't able to. 2nd and 10, Barkley now dropping back. Matt Barkley fires and finds Brad Smith, but Smith cannot hold on to the ball. So that's 3rd and 10. The Eagles' goal coming into this drive had to have been to eat up a little bit of clock, and so far they have not done much. As Barkley drops back, fires, and it's tipped down. So they took off about 30 seconds of the clock on their drive. As now out would come Dan Carpenter to give the Eagles a 3-point lead. And the kick is up, and the kick is barely good. 25-28. The Eagles do have the lead now. So now the Lions have a chance to take the lead back again. Stafford fires, finds Calvin Johnson, who is then hit, and Calvin Johnson is injured. And that is obviously huge for Detroit, as he is their main target. About 7 minutes to go. Stafford's got to come up with something. He goes deep, and it's nearly intercepted by Bradley Fletcher, and that's obviously not what you wanted. So they punt the ball to Philadelphia, 28-25. Barkley fires and finds Deshaun Jackson, who spins out 3 defenders. Deshaun deep into Detroit territory, and he is about to the 20-yard line. They went from their own 20 all the way to Detroit's 20. And Barkley comes out on 2nd and 10. Handoff Darius Raynaud. And Raynaud jukes out one man, but then is brought down. 4 trips to the red zone, 3 TDs, 1 field goal. As the Eagles are attempting to extend their lead, Matt Barkley rolls, and he's going to run it on 3rd and 4. And he is inside the 10-yard line, down at the 8. 28-25 still. Matt Barkley dropping back. Fires, and he had a man open, but either underthrew it or overthrew his slot man. I'm not really sure what happened there. 3rd and goal. Barkley drops back. Matt Barkley fires to the end zone, and it's caught by Riley Cooper in the end zone for his 2nd touchdown on the day. That would make it 35-25, and Detroit has a major problem on their hands if they want to continue their season here. 2nd and 5, Barkley fires and finds Williams, who makes a man miss, and he is brought down at the Eagles' 45, but he is injured now. So Detroit is losing receivers, and that's not good this late in the game. Still 2.5 minutes to go. Barkley drops back. Or not Barkley, Stafford. He fires, and it's out across the 50-yard line. 8-yard gain there. 3rd and 2. 2 minutes to go. Matt Stafford drops back. Stafford fires, and he tested Brandon Boykin, and it's an interception for the Eagles. And that would just about do it. 35-25 Eagles, as the Eagles come out for one final drive. Handoff Darius Raynaud, and Raynaud got the first, and that's pretty much going to seal it as the Eagles walk away from this game. The victors 35-25 over the Detroit Lions. And this game, it scared me there for a while because we were not playing too good in the first half. But the second half, we really turned it around. Barkley, 332 yards, 3 touchdowns, and only 1 pick. Barkley has played tremendous this year in the games that he has been in, throwing 23 touchdowns and only 7 picks, which is kind of a record for, or a personal record for me, which has been a whole lot of fun. The season has been fun, and now we will move on to the conference championship and play the Green Bay Packers, who also are 14-2, and they are coming to Philadelphia because we do have the #1 seed, and that game should be very interesting to see the top 2 ranked teams in the NFL going head-to-head. And obviously whoever wins that is moving on to Super Bowl 49, so it obviously should be a very interesting game. But hope you enjoyed, and this is Teenage Knight, and I'm out.